footsteps of Hendricks, Cobain, and so many others. Another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. Some lake effect snow settling in as we tee things up here in Cleveland. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. To return, Jerome Ford. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out, going strong well over a decade now after entering the league as a first-rounder out of Delaware, it's Joe Flacco.
The former Super Bowl champion, I think, surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up second down. He's dropping back to throw. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Saints adding an extra DB. This is third down.
It's 3rd and 15.
Here he goes, third and long. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Goes for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 34-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former fifth-rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure. Every guy that's drafted can make every throw. But how special are those throws? How much accuracy? How much zip? When it comes to Spencer Rattler, dude's got a live arm. It isn't the arm or the skill set that saw him fall to the fifth round. It was some of the ups and downs in college. And when given a chance and the right supporting cast, he does have a leap on talent.
Browns are in the nickel for this third down call.
2-yard gain on the play.
Ready. Black 40.
From the gun, Rattler. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. So they couldn't throw for it on third down, and as a result, Sam headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping him off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting him even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Takes this in at the 25. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. First down now, ball at the 33. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. Stopped after a gain of 2. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Another give to Judkins. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. And the Browns first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers, just the element they needed to spring that run.
Going to the ground again on first. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That one hits for 30. And that's a Browns first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Flacco's going to throw here on first. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. Now touching down a couple of yards away from that marker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now. All right, still scoreless through one quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. From the gun, Flacco. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for second down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Toss play here, Judkins. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
3rd down run from Judkins. He'll stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The kick by Hopkins is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. This New Orleans offense ready up for its second drive of the contest. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And it looks like he got beyond the line, but it is pretty tough to see amidst this snow. And they're going to say, yep, it's a gain of 1.
1 yard
Let's
gain.
go.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 28-yard line.
Throw left side cut by Shaheed. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
No gain on the
Here we go. Here we go.
Brings up 3rd down
Big
and
Sam,
9.
go.
They'll throw 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Flacco off the play action. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Brings up third down.
We are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we've hit our 2-minute warning. The Browns with the lead here from Huntington Bank Field. Let's see what they went with on third down. Third and long for him here. Big strike downfield to Judy. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
He gets this to Harold Fanning Jr. complete. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Working inside the red zone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80. Get up.
On his own read, there's a gift to Ford. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Judkins can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the double.
Last play stopped short. Still 3 yards to gain. 3rd and goal. They're going to try to run the 4. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Browns will add to their lead at the end of the half. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Browns make it a 10-point ball game.
Saints nothing. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Browns.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Design quarterback run here. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hansen. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? and the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
All right, Scott, thanks so much for that check-in. The blizzard here has not subsided as we're back for the start of our second half. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 38. Set. Go.
And send him over right.
Set.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he will be taken down, that much we know. Tough to see where, though. Looks like they're going to have it as a gain of 3. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now run the toss to Kamara. Well, he danced away from one tackle, but unable to dance away from the rest of the defense. No gain on that play. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Ready.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Catch made by Cooks. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the 1st down.
Just go give to Kamara. And it looks like he got beyond the line, but it is pretty tough to see amidst this snow. They're going to say, yeah, it's a gain of 1. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. One of the tight ends motions right. Rattler now off the play action. Pressure coming, and he's taken down. The Browns got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
On the set. Here we go. Set. Cut. Yellow. 43. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. Matthew Hayball to kick this away. He'll start from the 39. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Browns getting their offense out there. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Another one for Junkins. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
70 Lions.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire, getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Handoff now to Junkins. And they will stop him at the line on what proves to be the final play of this third quarter. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's Brown's ball working to carry this lead through to the end. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ford. He's limited to a gain of about 3, which means they are well short. This is 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll go, Judkins. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
At the 25-yard line.
Bronco 80.
From the gun, Judkins. They'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
18
At the
Cardinal, 18
18-yard
Cardinal.
line.
It's Judkins on the counter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Browns first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Go.
1st and goal, Judkins. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Second and
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too. Because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
it's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. No run, it's Judkins. Maybe should have been thinking pass there, partner. The defense all over this run, and it's going to be 4th and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns with a 10-point advantage. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. For an easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. The kick by Hopkins is good. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only 1 remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. We know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Miller on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Saints come marching onto the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Set, right, set, go.
Motioning left is their running back.
43.
Here's Rattler, 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Okay, now.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Rattler to the air now. Screen here for Kamara. And this one doesn't go far.
On the ball.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up third.
Throwing now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 11-yard line.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
Here's Judkins on first down. And he only gets this one down to the 9. The Saints call their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Another game to Judkins. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Third down, and they need to get 10.
Go! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Pass play now. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up fourth down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, great chance to win. Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set.
A loss of 7 yards.
Rattler setting to throw. It's out. That's a live ball. Bouncing near the goal line. And a stunning loss there, Brock. He ends up in his own end zone. That is a wild safety. Well, Brock, you know that I like to spin positive, so at the very least, they were able to get to that fumble and only give up 2. Easily could have been 6 there.
Well, why don't you haul down to the field and tell those defenders to be positive, too? Because some of their body language is a little dejected. I get it. You wanted 6 points once that ball hit the deck. But cheer up, boys. 2 points in possession, that's not bad either.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. There's a design run. So the Browns come away with the win. And it might take these fans some time to get out of here with this wintry weather, Brock. Snow plows definitely needed out there on those roads. They can take all the extra time to celebrate in the stands with each other, waiting to leave as their guys get the winter win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.